This home in Lake Forest, Illinois was built in late 1920s, a beautiful Georgian Revival style. Inside, it had terrazzo floors made from precast tiles with regular grout joints like you often see on marble floors. These floors were never meant to be seamless. They were installed in a tile sections with grout separating each piece. Did you get the marble?
Yeah.
Our goal was to take the traditional tile terrazzo and turn it into one continuous surface, something that was never meant to be seamless but now is. That's kind of challenge we take on at Pinnacle. This home has a certain calmness. Every corner carries a bit of history, but time leaves its mark. The terrazzo, once full of character, now showed wear and separation. Grout lines broke the continuity and the surface lost its original flow. Still, beneath all that, there was a beauty waiting to come back, a floor ready to be restored, ready to feel whole again. Before we start, we always match the color of the terrazzo matrix, the background tone, so when we fill the joints, everything blends perfectly with the original floor. Here the team is getting ready, setting up tools, checking materials, and getting in sync before the work begins. The first step is removing the old grout. Each joint is cleaned out and vacuumed to create a perfect base for the new material. Next, we tape off the perimeter areas and divide the strips to keep everything clean and controlled when we start filling. We mix a custom resin with hardener and fumed silica to thicken it. This becomes a new material that will fill all those joints and bring the surface together. The resin is inserted into the joints, slightly overfilled to allow for natural settings. Once everything is filled, we leave the floor overnight to cure, giving it time to harden and bond. Grinding is where transformation starts. The machines level the surface, remove the extra resin, and start blending everything into one continuous loop. This is the point where a tile terrazzo starts becoming seamless. We keep changing diamonds as we go, from rough to finer grits. Each pass makes the surface flatter, smoother, and tighter. Did you get the marble?
Yeah.
After that, we fill all the small pinholes and air pockets with a thin layer of resin. It's traveled evenly so every tiny gap is closed and surface becomes dense and uniform. Then we apply fine marble dust over the surface while it's still tacky. We bromate it so it bonds with the resin and fills every remaining micro holes. Once that's done, we'll leave it to cure overnight again. The next day we grind away the excess and we begin honing the floor. You can already see the difference. It looks denser, cleaner and more refined. For the edges we work by hand where machines can't reach. These small details make a big difference in the final look. We move through all diamond steps from 200 up to 3000 grit until the floor is ready for the final polishing. The last stage is vitrification, where the floor really comes to life. Using steel wool and vitrified agent, we polish the surface over and over until it becomes glass-like and full of reflection. We do the same along the edges with smaller tools, making sure the reflection and finish are consistent everywhere. Once the polishing is complete, we pick up our machines. The heavy work is done and the terrazzo is reborn. The floor now looks great, seamless and full of depth. It completely changes the atmosphere of the house, open, elegant and full of life. Side by side the difference is clear. What once was divided by grout lines is now one continuous polished surface. The floor was never designed to be seamless, but we made it that way. That's the beauty of it, taking something that wasn't meant to be perfect and making it better than it's ever been. This is what we do at Pinnacle, turning limits into possibilities and bringing life back to the surface beneath your feet.